and light blue trim. They'll go left to right as we describe it on your radio dial, and those watching on Flow Sports as well. And the officials, what a group we've got this evening. Tim Kelly, Tony Crisp, and Michael Lucky, a nice group of veteran officials here at the Bob Carpenter Center. Jair Davis, Raymond Somerville, the two jumpers. And we've got an in-state rivalry matchup coming your way very soon. The officials pausing for effect, perhaps. Or maybe they're waiting for us. 7:02. They don't want to start before us. We appreciate that. We're ready to go, though.
This team that Stan Waterman puts out as the starters, he's got one junior, he's got 3 sophomores, and a freshman. So he's really going with youth at the moment.
Davis and Somerville ready to jump things up, and DSU wins the tip. It'll be Hornet basketball first as we start things off here in Newark. The dribble handoff to Kyrie Staten. He is their leading scorer, only a sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. Muniz has the basketball. He'll drive on Owens, gets in deep. A little reach in by LJ Owens. Some contact, no whistle though. And a rebound by Ebi Asamoah as Delaware gets a stop on the opening possession of the ball game. They'll get the ball in the hands of Jameer Nelson. He'll look to cut back a bit on his turnovers as of late. 5 last game, I should say, against Davidson. The whole team had 7 combined, but he's been playing great basketball. It's knocked loose as they try to get that dribble handoff to Jameer Nelson. He'll stay with Delaware 11 on the ticker.
Some quick hands early on by Delaware State, knocking away the entry pass to Jair Davis on the left side in the space post up, and then that time Robinson doing a nice job of getting in the passing lane.
LJ Owens, he'll fire away from 3, missing there, but he's been shooting the ball very well as of late.
Yes, he has. He's been in a good rhythm getting to his spots. That one maybe just a little bit rushed.
Martez Robinson, his first touch, dribbles down, picks up his dribble, back on top. 10 off the timer. 1 minute into the contest, no score here in Newark, Delaware for the Route 1 rivalry matchup. Staten picked up by Ebi Asamoah at the top. He drives right side, stops mid-right block, fires away, strong, and a rebound by one of the top rebounders in that category, or top rebounders in the country, Christian Ray.
What's great about Christian Ray, beside his rebounding ability, he can bring the ball up and let others start to get set in the offense. It's really a luxury to have when you have a player that skilled as Ray, who's also that good a rebounder.
Cameron Stitt going to be called for his first personal foul. First on Delaware State as Jair Davis tried to drive along the baseline. It'll be an inbound for LJ Owens. Right side of the basket. In the corner it goes Jameer Nelson. He'll bring it back out to the wing. Now drives in the paint and a little contact there. Somerville we called for his first, and he'll send Jameer Nelson to the free throw line.
Delaware State in their man-to-man doesn't like to switch as much as, say, Delaware does. Delaware with so many likes, meaning same size, athletic ability, length. Delaware can switch almost every screen. Delaware State will try to go over the top of a lot of these and have a soft edge. That time, Jameer Nelson read it perfectly, turned his shoulders, got to the basket.
Jameer Nelson missing on the free throw, just 71% of the season for Jameer. Food Line is a proud sponsor of the Score to Give More program for each free throw the Hens make today. Food Line Feeds will donate 100 meals to a local area food bank, and you can add 1 to that total as Jameer Nelson splits a pair and gets Delaware on the board first. It's 1-0 Hens. Muniz going to miss from 3, an offensive board crashing and just off the rim for Staten. Had a good look at a putback, but DSU still nothing on the scoreboard. Almost 2 minutes in, LJ Owens. Corner 3 is good from Jameer Nelson.
And that's the confidence when you play with a shooter like LJ Owens. We push the ball by Nelson, and then he gets it to Owens, who was spotted up in that deep right corner. Always shot ready. A wonderful stroke.
First bucket of the day from the field, and first free throw go to the Hens, just 4-0. Delaware on top, and a turnover right in the hands of Ebi Asamoah. He goes sideline left to Jameer Nelson. Jameer drops it to Christian Ray. Extra pass to LJ Owens. Now it's Davis. He'll drive, kick back out to Owens. Nice job by DSU getting back defensively, stopping what could have been a transition basket after the steal. Davis drives, a wraparound pass, a turnover as they hit the baseline on the pass first of the day for the Hens.
Immediately, Delaware State runs a double team whenever Jair Davis gets it, either in the low post or in that case, the space post out on the right. A wonderful play at the defensive end by Ebi Asamoah, who's battling Somerville, giving up about 7 inches to him, trying to half front him, and got the deflection the last time down.
Corner as Delaware State has it after the turnover. Mid-left block. Somerville shooting over the smaller Christian Ray. Around and out into the hands of Christian Ray. He's got 3 rebounds now. The point forward will bring it up the floor. No one stopped ball yet. No one continues to stop ball. Christian Ray stop that. Spins and scores.
Boy, what a terrific move. Goes into the middle with his left hand. Spins back to his left shoulder to the baseline. And then has wonderful feel for the touch on that little baby jump hook.
Nice move by Christian Ray, end to end. Now State misses, but crashing and finally scoring for the DSU Hornets is Cameron Stitt at 6-2.
Well, Stitt did a nice job of sliding in on the weak side. Delaware's got to make sure they rotate down and block out on the weak block.
Davis on top, one dribble, picks it up. Owens comes to help. Davis is the screener, now back to Davis. Front of the DSU bench, and turnover, or is it? Delaware gets it back off the ricochet. Owens drives, gets it to Davis. Davis over to Christian Ray. Ray in traffic, can't find the angle, and misses amongst the trees. On the run, it's Robinson. Stops around the free throw line, gets to Staten. Staten back to Robinson. Posting up is Somerville. They don't go to him. Stitt will fire away from 3, and that's good. A rare triple for Delaware State University. One of the bottom 15 teams of the country when it comes to three-point attempts.
They don't shoot a lot, as you just mentioned, nor make a lot, and that's just something Stan Waterman obviously does not either feel they're capable of doing or doesn't philosophically believe in doing.
Christian Ray at the free throw line. Owens, he believes in shooting threes, around and out though on that one after making his first try of the day. 6-5, Delaware on top. And a pull-up J for DSU. They're in control for the first time, 7-6.
Delaware State's done a nice job of at least pushing the pace at their tempo, getting down the floor. Delaware getting back and getting organized, but a really nice mid-range shot there.
Quick 7-0 run for DSU over the last minute of basketball. We're at 15:33 first half. And Delaware trails for the first time. It was 6-0, now 7-6. Abby Samoa's pass goes out of bounds. That'll bring us to our first timeout. 15:26 left to go in the first half of the Route 1 rivalry matchup, brought to you by DE 529. Back in a moment.
To those before us who built our legacy, we pay tribute.
We stand ready to make you proud.
Represent the 302 and beyond.
We are family, built through inclusivity.
Built from adversity. Brick by brick.
We are built to fight. Built to beat anyone.
We are Blue Hens.
We are Blue Hen built.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Current Chevy owners can get a $3,000 total cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy Cybercash. Visit ChevyCybercash.com today.
Key was get Jair Davis established, get him the ball early on. We had a deflection on trying to throw it in. We got him the ball in the space post, and they ran a double, and then he unfortunately tried to dribble the baseline and pass through and threw it out. We've got to get him the ball down on the low post, or maybe the mid post, a little bit harder to double team him there.
And they're listening to you, Bill. Got on the basketball, but he kicked it out to John Marco Arletti, over to Kevin Riley. And as the shot clock wound down, Jameer Nelson just had the ball in his hand. Air ball to 3. They're going to call a traveling violation prior to the shot, so no missed field goal for Jameer Nelson, who was in a tough spot. Riley and Arletti in the game for the first time coming off the bench.
One thing is, when you come off the bench, you've got to know the situation, and that shot should have been taken by someone other than Jameer Nelson that late in the shot clock.
They came fresh off the bench with only 10 on the shot clock when play resumed because of the deflection. Not a full shot clock coming out of that break. Munoz over to Staten. Staten inside to Stone, who's playing for the first time. The 6'11 senior lays it up and through. Largest lead of the day for DSU as we're just getting started. But a 9-0 run now for DSU. They're up 9-6.
And they've done it with their defense primarily. I think their active hands and bodies have resulted in at least 4 different deflections. And they are really aggressive. Stan Waterman's got them keyed in. Delaware's got to do a much better job of penetrating and passing.
Nelson leaves his feet to find Arletti. Arletti drives baseline into a double team. Shot ricochets into the hands of Christian Ray, and Christian Ray gets an O-Reb and 2.
Christian Ray's activity level around the glass on both ends is extraordinary. Down at the offensive end, always knows where the shot's being missed to.
Now it's Stone at the free throw line. Quick trigger on a jump shot from there. We're missing long into the hands of Jameer Nelson Jr. He'll turn and get up the court. Davis wants it. Turns and faces. They'll run a double at him. Jameer Nelson releasing on a three-point shot. That's off the side of the backboard. And Kevin Riley rushes in to get an offensive board. He'll go to the free throw line for a pair.
Well, Riley did a great job there of realizing that the senior Stone dribbled a rebound immediately. He comes in and steals it. I'd like to see Delaware go back to Jair Davis again. They tried the mid-range post-up, which was smart. They help off of Jameer Nelson. He then takes maybe a little bit of long shot early on in the clock, but give it back to Jair and let him operate from that side, especially it's cleared out.
Nelson gonna get a break. Riley will take over point guard duties with John Marco Arletti. And here's a freshman that has looked really good at times. Past couple games, though, not a whole lot of minutes. 20 minutes combined over the last 3 games. But makes his first free throw, 2 points during that 3-game span. But this is a freshman that they're very high on, and with good reason.
And I'm really high on him as well, Scott. I think he's got a wonderful feel for the game, smart, tough, a decent defender, and is going to develop into a really good shooter.
Robinson up and under on Riley, testing that freshman's defense and scoring. Lead back to DSU. It's 11-9 here. Early on in the Bob Carpenter Center, 13:51, first half. Ray, he's been a scorer so far. Kicks out to Arletti. Nice pass by Christian Ray. Arletti cannot finish on the job. And a defensive rebound for the Hornets. Here's Munoz over to Robinson. Robinson picks up his dribble. Staten guarded by Arletti. Somerville's posting up. 2 bigs in the game for DSU. Both standing at 6'11", that's Somerville and Stone. Riley, the freshman, and that's an offensive foul as Somerville crashed into the rookie, and he took a spill.
Well, a great job by Kevin Riley, just holding his ground, and for some reason, all Somerville had to do was just turn and shoot over him, man. He's got 7 inches, and he dropped his shoulder, and that's what resulted in the foul. But the fact that Riley was holding his ground, not giving him any space, created the turnover because of the offensive foul.
So 4th on DSU, 2nd on Somerville, and so that larger lineup for DSU will end, and Somerville will go to the bench. We get a little larger with Houston Emery getting some early minutes. The freshman was injured early on in the season. A double run at Jair Davis. Gets it back to Arletti. Arletti back to Davis. Double team comes again. Arletti whips it to LJ Owens. 10 on the shot clock for Riley in the corner right side. Guarded by the freshman, the sophomore Perkins. Now Emery inside. He misses in the paint, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, against Jair Davis, going over the back trying to get an O-Red.
Well, Arletti did the right thing. He went back into Jair twice, but what Jair should do is, after the first pass out, he should try to post up a little bit deeper. That forces the run to be longer by the defense instead of just standing in the same spot. I like the defense inside and the attack by Emery there, trying to get himself an opportunity.
Perkins backdoor to Staten. Staten could not finish. A beautiful look by Corey Perkins, though. Now Perkins will fire away from 3 and knocks in his first shot of the night. Shaheed Perkins, the assistant coach's son, former teammate with Jair Davis, and he comes into the ball game and makes it happen on offense on a floor where he's won a couple of state championships. It's Owens spinning. Emery corner to Arletti. Arletti driving, spinning, sends it back out. 12-21. First half. Now Davis takes Stone off the dribble, fades away in the paint, and can't get that one to go. DSU with the basketball and a 5-point advantage. Perkins, the lefty guard, with the rock as he dribbles to the right side. Staten thought about a three, instead gets in closer. Elbow right side, sends it my way. I was ready for it. Warren helped me out though, saves it from going out of bounds. And we go under 12. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Perkins driving left side along the baseline. Wraparound pass in the corner. Warren sails a three. Offensive rebound to Johnson, and Johnson gets it to go. The lead is 7 for DSU, and Martin Inglesby not thrilled with his team. He'll call a timeout, and we'll take a timeout. 11:45 left to play in the first half, and it's a 16-3 run by DSU. That's your score at the break.
He just has only taken one shot so far.
Christian Ray with the dribble. LJ Owens, Asamoah, Arletti in the game for Jair Davis, his first breather. Christian Ray will hold. Beyond the arc, finds Asamoah. Arletti with 10 seconds, deep right side. Ray sets the screen. Arletti coming off of a double-figure performance, gets it to Owens. Owens, mid-range jumper is strong, and DSU with a defensive stop. They'll look to push. Corey Perkins with the basketball. Brings up left side. Stone. Straight away, that's got to be respected, though. He's a big guy that can shoot the rock. We're 9 minutes into the ball game, and a 7-point lead for DSU as the visiting team. Corey Perkins slips to a knee, but picks his dribble up. And now inside it goes. Nearly a turnover. Nelson with the reach-in foul. And it'll be DSU basketball. Just a second foul on Delaware. Let's get you the Christiana Care injury report presented by Christiana Care. Do your part. Get your flu shot this season to help keep you, your family, and your community stay safe and healthy. Johnny McCoy, Alex Novakovic, Gabe Moss, Logan Curtis out with injuries. The bench a little shorter as those guys continue to work their way back. And Nelson works his way towards the steal off the inbound. He was held up after the steal by Martez Robinson. So that's the 5th on a DSU. Good defense by Jameer.
Not only good defense, but a good understanding of the scouting report. That's a play that Delaware went over in their walkthrough yesterday. A great steal by Jameer Nelson as he read the pass was going in. He timed it perfectly to get the tip away and resulted in the foul.
Nelson had 17 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals earlier this season against Hartford. The first Blue One to do that since Jarvis Threet did it back in 2014. That's good company. Jarvis was a conference tournament most outstanding player that season. Nelson just inside three-point range, missing, and the taller Kyle Johnson gets a rebound above Christian Ray. So the Hens still cold, 1 of 10, one of their last 10 from the field. They've made just 3 of 13 overall. An entry pass inside to Johnson is too long. It goes out of bounds along the baseline. A break for Delaware. And Jair Davis, who was just getting a short break, will come back in.
After the handoff, Delaware State immediately goes to a post-up. Delaware is actually fronted them. The lob pass was carried too far out of bounds, but a good concept there, kind of going high-low, something that Stan Waterman did a lot of in his time with his bigs at the Sanford School in Hockessin.
Yeah, so far, Coach Waterman's saying, look, I taught you a lot of this stuff, Jair. You're not going to beat me. I'm running doubles at you all game. You got to figure it out. Here comes another double as soon as he gets it. Nearly a triple outside of Jameer Nelson. Nelson from 3, and Delaware stays cold from beyond the arc after making their first from L.J. Owens. They've missed their last 4.
And Delaware State's done a nice job of defending their defensive glass, getting blockouts. Only Christian Ray tends to be around the glass. We've got to get Jair Davis involved.
A 10-5 defensive rebounding advantage for DSU, to your point, Bill. 10 on the shot clock for DSU. 7-point lead early on, 16-9. Hook shot off the mark by Johnson, who's been trying to get himself involved offensively. Rebound by Asamoah. Kick to Jameer Nelson, and now it's L.J. Owens who knocks in the 3. And a whistle as that's how you know it was a smooth shot. The net is stuck after L.J. Owens makes his second 3 of the evening. L.J. Owens has now made multiple 3s in each of the last 6 games after a slower start versus Air Force where he got in some foul trouble. Then you got to go play Duke. He has looked just about everything we were hoping that he would be as a transfer from UMBC.
He's really gotten confident and comfortable in his role and his spots in the Martin Inglesby offensive scheme. Did a great job there of sprinting the court.
Stone wants 3 right back, gets it for DSU. Quick trigger on a left wing triple for the big fella.
Stone hasn't taken a lot of 3s, but he does have a capable eye from long range. Jair Davis just a little slow to close him out.
7 of 15 now on the year for Stone. A 19-12 lead for DSU. And Davis gets it to Evian Samoa. Picks up his dribble. Davis guarded by Stone. No double. Now here it comes late. Drives along the baseline. Finds Christian Ray. Nice dime by Jair Davis.
That time Delaware operated with Jair Davis on the open side. There's no help down on the block. As he drove, he drew late help across, and then Christian Ray rolling down the lane. Jair is really good at passing in those situations, Scott.
First assist of the day for Jair Davis. Staten can't find the angle. An offensive rebound and a putback miss by Johnson. Outlet pass too high for Jameer Nelson. Second turn of the day for Jair Davis. Staten extended elbow jump shot right side and a defensive board for Ebion Samoa. Let his teammates get up. And walking the ball to the floor is Jameer Nelson. 19-14, the lead for DSU. Nelson hesitates, gets in deep. Tough angle, but he'll shoot a pair. Fouls on Brandon Stone. That's his first.
That is just great recognition of the way Delaware State was playing that high ball screen set by Jair Davis. He understood that the help was going to come late over the top. The man guarding the screener, Stone, was late to hedge out. He knew he had a matchup advantage. He drives, creates contact, and then the foul. Really smart play by Jameer Nelson.
Now he's at the free throw line where he split a pair on his first visit. Knocks in his first there. Jameer Nelson, about 4 points more than he was scoring last season on average. He was 13.6 points per game a year ago in his first year with the Hens. Now the floor general, the leader. He's almost at 18 points per game. 17.8, gets 2 to his total there, making both free throws. Now some pressure by Delaware after the makes. A 3-point lead for DSU. They've led by as many as 7. Robinson between the circles. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson on the wing right side. One dribble, picks it up. Stone comes to help out. Guarded by Nelson, the point guard. 6'11". Shot over 6'1", and it's no good. Another rebound for Delaware defensively. Chance to tie the score as we go under 8 minutes. If they can hit a 3 here. Davis over to Asamoah. Ebion Samoa. Good look at a triple, but couldn't knock it through. Tipped around, a rebound for DSU. Robinson will get across half court. Picked up by L.J. Owens. Brings to the right side. Ray comes over to help. Robinson picks up his dribble. Backdoor it goes, and a reaching foul against L.J. Owens. That'll be his first and the team's third. It will also bring us to a timeout. 7:29 remaining in the first half in your DE 529 Education Savings Plan. Timeout score. 19 for Del State, 16 for the Hens.
Do you know what a blue hen is? prideful, spirited, fiery. A blue hen never backs down from a challenge. And we're there to support them. Delaware Orthopedic Specialist, the official orthopedic partner of University of Delaware Athletics.
When it comes to the health of you and your family, you want to trust in having the best partner for your well-being. Ranked among the top 50 in the country, that's exactly what you'll find at ChristianaCare. Because you deserve excellence from your physician, specialists, nurses, and staff, with safe and convenient ways to get the care you need. And at ChristianaCare, we add in something special: love. It's at the heart of everything we do, and we do it all for the love of health. Your health.
It's there in his passion to teach and help his students create, and there in helping her students stay focused on a task and get it right. It's also in that moment when she accomplishes a goal she's been working on for weeks, or in that nudge of encouragement that motivates her to learn. Student success in Delaware Public Schools is built on these individual stories happening every day, and it's driven by teachers and education support professionals working together to give every student the attention they need to be successful in life.
Delaware Hospice's programs and services provide care and compassionate support for patients and their families affected by serious illness. From the time an illness has been diagnosed, we will be there for you and your family throughout treatment, the final stages of disease and bereavement. Founded in 1982, we're a trusted community partner in serious illness education and support. Delaware Hospice, the state's only community-based nonprofit hospice agency, offering choice, care, and comfort.
So DSU on top, led by as many as 7, now 19-16, and the last point scored for Delaware was a free throw from Jameer Nelson. He made 2 at the line, and a big congratulations to Jameer Nelson. 1,000 career points for Jameer, and he'll be adding to that number a whole bunch in the remaining games he has as a Blue Hen. But quite a milestone, and congrats to Jameer.
Well, that's just an awful lot of points to score when you're that young of a player.
Delaware defends the inbound. Muniz trying to get it into Stone, knocked away by Jair Davis. And the Hens a chance to tie with a 3 here, 19-16. They trail. Nelson, the 1,000-point man we were just talking about with the basketball, gets it inside to Davis, or tries to. A kickball by Kyrie State.
Another deflection, or at least a foot deflection by Delaware State. 2 turnovers forced by Delaware's defense on out-of-bounds underneath play. So a really good job understanding the scouting report and making adjustments.
Nelson off the inbound, brings to the left side off the screen from Jair Davis, gets all the way to the rim, can't find the angle, but he's fouled again. 3rd trip to the free throw line coming up for Jameer.
So much fun to watch Jameer Nelson's change of pace, his ability to attack the basket with both hands. A little stop and go there, gets in, is able to hold the ball away from the shot blocker who rotated over late. An outstanding play. So if you're not shooting well from the outside, find other ways to help your team and how to score, and that's drive the ball to the basket.
Good point. 0 of 3 from the field, but now 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Missed his first, has made the last 4 from the stripe. Delaware trails at 19-17. 7-11 left to go in the first half, and that was Stone's second. Somerville been out for quite some time with 2 as well, so we'll see if Stone stays in the game. Looks like he will with his 2 personals. Also the 7th against DSU total, so Delaware in the bonus, down by 1. Nelson made them both, 19-18. Robinson at point, bounces to Staten, the sophomore from Baltimore. On the wing, Stone, long 3 straight away, back iron, and a rebound by Jair Davis. It was Ray who contested. Those 2 practiced against each other and were teammates at LaSalle a couple years back. Before Stone has transferred. Now it's Owens looking for his shot to Davis. Davis, no double comes. Bounces to Arletti. Arletti a head fake. Drives the closeout. Kicks back out to Owens. Now he'll pump fake. Back to Arletti from the right block. Too strong from about 3 feet away. And Muniz has it for Delaware State. Now Robinson bouncing to Stone, who just missed a long 3. Back to Robinson. Robinson in front of the Delaware bench, loses grip of it thanks to Christian Ray, and a turnover for the Hornets.
Good hands by Christian Ray, rallying back quickly, stopping that penetration by Delaware State. That was really good offense the last time down by Delaware. They switched the sides of the court, couple nice give and goes. Unfortunately, that shot from 6-8 feet along the baseline is a pretty tough angle for Arletti. But I like the style of play, sharing the ball, moving the ball side to side.
Nelson crashes to Arletti. Arletti, corner three. He misses. And Delaware, 2 of 8 from three-point range. Nobody's made a shot from downtown other than L.J. Owens on the drive. Staten to the cup, and he was fouled by John Marco Arletti. Arletti picks up his first, the 4th on Delaware. So it'll be free throws for the first time for DSU. And Del State now has that larger lineup in the game that they only had for a mere seconds because Somerville picked up his second. But we see Stone and Somerville in the game at the same time. Already a big advantage on the glass for DSU. 18-11 on the board so far for the Hornets.
That's been a problem, and the offensive glass has been a problem. And that's one thing Delaware's got to do. They got to tighten up there. They've got to rebound better. They've got to be a little bit more physical. Some of these in-between balls are going Delaware State's way just because they're, at the moment, a little bit more aggressive.
Staten, a 92% free throw shooter, makes them both. 21-18 is the lead for DSU. Last time Delaware had a lead, it was 6-5. So it's been a while for the Hens, who are working their way back. Down by as many as 7. Nelson fires away from 3, and again, a miss from deep for Delaware. 2 of 9 from long range. 5:38 first half, and a 3-point lead for DSU. 21-18. Somerville on top. Trey ball on the way is strong. Back iron and a rebound by Christian Ray. His 5th on his way to another double-figure scoring game, or double-figure rebounding game. Owens drives baseline. Davis on the wing. Wants to take Stone off the bounce to the foul line. Backdoor goes to Nelson. Nelson, Euro, tough angle, but not tough enough for Jameer Nelson, and an incredible shot and make by the 4th-year man from Haverford.
Started with a great pass by Jair Davis to even find Nelson in that spot, and then Nelson's tremendous body control was exemplary there, which led to the basket.
Nunez drives baseline, bounces to Perkins. Perkins drive, the lefty hanging, gliding, missing, offensive rebound, gets his own shot. Now the cutter is Stone. Stone to the rim, contact, no whistle and a miss. L.J. Owens will push ahead to Ray, now to Ebby. Ebby at the rim, he's blocked on the other end. Back-to-back dunk shots blocked, and now Staten on the run. Inside to Stone. Stone finally gets one in close.
End-to-end action. Sometimes you've got to use a shot fake when there's a big shot blocker running at you, Ebby Asamoah, and then not getting back in time defensively. Delaware State taking advantage of that miscue by Delaware.
Lead back up to 3 for DSU, 23-20, approaching the 4-minute mark. Nelson looks at Davis, now drives baseline, wraparound underneath the basket, just didn't get enough on the wraparound, and he missed it, but he comes and tries to pick the pocket of Staten. On the other end, commits his 2nd personal foul, the 5th against Delaware.
I think that's just a little frustration there by Jameer Nelson, trying to make that play where you run behind. These ball handlers are just too well schooled to let that happen. There's conversation for the bench and other teammates. You make a tough shot, you can't before, and then you go down and try to make another one. It doesn't happen. Just get back and play good defense, play good positional defense. You just don't want to get yourself in foul trouble.
Drive inside, Perkins with the left hand off the design play on the inbound. Now Ray all the way down, gets it to Riley, who just checked in. Riley a crossover, being guarded closely by Munoz. Behind the back dribble for Riley. Riley all the way to the cup, floats one up, and that's an offensive foul. Oh, they're going to call a block. It's a blocking foul as Riley crashed into Perkins, and I thought it may be Riley calling for the personal. Instead, it goes the other way, a break for Delaware.
He was inside the restricted area, and that's exactly the right call. I like Riley's competitiveness. The Delaware State bench going crazy over there because of good defense. Riley makes a good drive and creates the foul.
With 3:45 left in the first half, we'll take a timeout. Your DE 529 timeout score, 23 for DSU, 20 for the Hen.
shot selection and maybe timing of the shot for Delaware has been a little bit of the issue. We're much better off driving the ball off the pick and rolls, driving the ball on aggressive closeouts. Delaware State trying to do that and then take advantage of the double teams on Jair Davis, kick the ball through, and then rally around. I've been impressed with Delaware State's aggression. I think they're really connected tonight, playing very hard for Stan Waterman.
Riley misses the first, makes the second. Kevin Riley, 2 of 4 today, 2 points for the rookie from a great program at Bishop O'Connell High School. Heads within 2, 23-21. Quickly inside to Somerville and a soft touch from the mid-right block.
Certainly was. He caught Christian Ray behind him. Ray was probably trying to work to a side front. Somerville just with a little quick turnaround. A nice touch there from the big man.
L.J. Owens with the basketball. Nelson on the bench with 2. 3:21 remaining in the first half. Davis gets to that right hand, and it's good for Jair Davis, his first make it. And that's what happens when you don't run a double at him. He scores.
Exactly, but they posted him up lower, and then he was going to be able to pass the ball out and get into his move sooner. So it was a good adjustment there by Martin Inglesby.
Johnson traveled with the basketball with his team up by 2, but now a chance for Delaware to tie or take the lead on this possession.
Well, that's what has been Delaware State's game. That's their 6th turnover, just playing too fast, a little out of control. Now Delaware's got to take advantage of some of these turnovers and create scores at the other end off of them.
Hens have not scored off of the 6 turnovers so far by Delaware State. Perkins was giving a little hug to L.J. Owens as he was looking for the basketball near half court. And just not a good foul. No reason for that much touching, as Owens was just going to get a bounce pass from Nelson near half court to start running the offense. Instead, you put L.J. Owens at the free throw line for a 1-on-1.
It's just too easy of a way to score points. You want to be physical, you want to be aggressive, but not out at 35 feet when there's no threat to the basket.
Owens just a 63% free throw shooter on the season, and he misses the front end. So DSU doesn't have to pay for their 9th personal foul, and the second on Perkins. Robinson with it now. Over to Corey Perkins. The lefty leads the team with 23 assists coming in. Perkins, 3 points. He made a 3-pointer as soon as he got in off the bench. Robinson in the corner. Back to Perkins. Robinson having a catch. Somerville looking forward to the post. Left side, they'll run a double at him. Ray and Davis defend. Kicks out to Johnson. Johnson open look at a 3, and he makes Delaware pay for leaving him open.
Well, Delaware doubled Somerville down low after the horn set, and he rolled. And then Johnson just moves into an open space. Somerville kicks the ball out, a wide open 3 on the left baseline.
So lead back up to 5 for DSU. Quick turn along the baseline. Davis into 3, missing. Owens is there for the tip.
Terrific move by Jair Davis, though. Understanding where the double team was coming from, spins away from it immediately to the baseline. Though he missed the shot, Owens a great job of following up, but I love the move by Jair Davis, appreciating where the double team was coming from.
Owens pacing the team with 8 points in this one thus far. 1:50 left in the first half, and Stan Waterman will call a timeout with his team up by 3, 28-25. Delaware was up 6-0. They haven't led since it was 6-5. DSU has come charging back, but I think some good adjustments in the first half. Now, credit DSU for playing really tough defense and making some shots offensively. But I think what you noticed and what you had mentioned, they're starting to get Jair Davis the basketball a little bit differently, and I think we'll start to see that in the second half more and more.
It's happened. We started with that mid-post range after the timeout earlier. Then we go to the low block opposite. That allows Jair to attack the baseline if he senses the double team coming. Plus, it gives him an angle out to the corner to access it if they run a double team off the shooter who might be vertical. So some nice adjustments here by the staff, but also Jair. And then his attack prior to the double team being able to arrive at him, really important.
Only 3 shots so far by Jair Davis. 2 rebounds, 2 assists for the sophomore from Sanford School. Big Sanford presence in the building. Mentioned Will Sheridan is here, a former Villanova ball player under Stan Waterman. After he played for Stan Waterman, of course, Stan, the head coach at Sanford for many years, now the head coach at DSU. Corey Perkins is the point guard, played at Sanford. Jair, Tyrone Perry's in the building as Robinson fires away from deep and scores back-to-back triples for DSU. But I think I saw the athletic director. We got a lot of Sanford Warriors in the house showing support.
Good to see Ty Perry here, the great Delaware point guard from the 90s. Doing a wonderful job over as Stan Waterman's replacement at Sanford.
Big shoes to fill, and he's doing a nice job. Davis drives, and he's fouled. Davis go to the free throw line for the first time. That's a 10th foul against DSU this half.
Delaware State has shot the ball a little bit better than they have been. They've been turning it over at a rate that's a little bit less than what they've averaged, and this is the pace of play that Delaware State wants to have. They want to be engaged in a low-scoring game because they've been having trouble outscoring people with their turnovers and their poor shooting. But if they can keep this game in the mid to low 60s, they certainly have a good chance. As you saw when they played Villanova, that game was very close to the end, played at a relatively slow pace. That's what Stan Waterman needs to do against better competition.
Yeah, DSU only makes on average about 5.5 threes per game. They are 5 of 9 in this game already. Davis good from the free throw line. It's 31-27 as he makes them both. Davis has only 4 points in the ball game, coming off a 25-point game against Davidson. Stone drives as we approach a minute, guarded by the much smaller Ebby Asamoah. Nice job by Ebby to force the pass out. Lucas at the free throw line, his first touch coming off the bench. 8 to work for Perkins. Perkins bumped off his mark by Ebby Asamoah. Now tries to drive with the left hand, does so. Hangs in the air, can't find the angle. Good defensive effort. That's set by Ebby Asamoah. Under a minute we go. Ebby gets it to Jair Davis on the right side now. A ball fake. Perkins comes over double. Now triple teamed is Davis. Wraparound pass to Christian Ray. He misses. Back tapped over to LJ Owens. Inside to Davis. Davis out to Owens, and a whistle as I believe the shot clock reset to 20, and I'm not sure that it hit the rim on Christian Ray's shot attempt. I think that's where the stoppage is, because right now it's showing 16. And I believe that Christian Ray's initial shot that got tapped out might not have touched the rim.
I think you're probably going to be right. I love the move by Jair Davis to immediately spin to his left shoulder along the baseline from that right block. He got caught up in the air. Ray was there, and I think Ray was a little surprised and just kind of floated the ball up. At that point, Christian Ray might want to settle, show his shot fake, and go up against the taller, but more inclined to leave their feet Delaware State defense.
Looking at the replay, Tim Kelly, Tony Crisp, Michael Lucky.
You know, you're right, Scott. This is a good crew we have in here on a Wednesday night.
That's right.
I guess they knew it was going to be a
Route 1 rivalry.
Very interesting in-state rivalry.
They said,
game.
You know what, ACC, Big Ten, this is the Route 1 rivalry. We want to be in Newark, Delaware, and we know that's where we want to be tonight. It is great to be here for an awesome rivalry game. Delaware, of course, winning on the football field earlier this year, and now for basketball. The redesigned Route 1 rivalry trophy is in the building. It's kind of been on display in the corner of the arena, so hopefully Delaware can keep it here. This has been a challenging ball game so far for Delaware State team, where you have to remember 36 seconds left on this clock in the first half. There were some Villanova fans earlier this year that were very nervous looking at the halftime score of the game between DSU and Villanova. So this is a team that has come out strong before.
Well, I really like what Stan Waterman's doing. He's running some good sets. He lets the game flow at times. He knows he's been shooting challenged, so he's trying to get the ball inside a little bit more here tonight to his bigs in particular. They've attacked the glass. I think they've almost, I hate to say it, but been the aggressor here this evening with their deflections, their intense defense, and Delaware just kind of hanging around with some questionable long-range shooting, but actually getting to the free throw line more this evening and now converting at almost a 70% rate.
We probably could have sent it back to half already, and Benny probably could have done his whole halftime report as they look to figure out what's going on with the clock. 36.2 is on the game clock, and they put more on the shot. No, man, it was at 19, and now it's at 4. So, and I love getting it right. I love getting it right. But we just wasted 2, maybe 3 minutes of chatter to make a 2-second differential between what the shot clock was at 16 seconds and now showing 14. So I'm sure the Hens will get a shot off here, see if it makes a difference. 11 to work for LJ Owens. They go to Davis, back to Owens. Good look at a three from LJ, and he knocks it through.
The passing ability out of double teams by Jair Davis, one of his best qualities. LJ Owens locates into a wide open space with a wonderful stroke.
17 seconds left. Shot clock turn off for Perkins. His team up by 1, 31-30. Now we're under 10. Perkins to the right side, drives left, downhill. Perkins in traffic, scores amongst the trees. Now 2 seconds, one from half court for LJ Owens. His shot blocked, and DSU coming up Route 1 to the Bob Carpenter Center. They've had a tough 20 minutes of basketball and a lead, 33-30 at the break.
That was probably the best half of basketball outside of the Villanova game. Delaware